Hi guys, Michelle here from Barleria Gardens. Today I want to move some plants to the Labyrinth. This is pink Plectranthus. I want to put that up the pathway that leads directly to the center of the Labyrinth. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's about 7. These root fairly easily as well, so I could always stick a couple of cuttings in. I know we basically heading into summer, but we had beautiful rain last night, lots and lots of rain last night, so the ground is nice and wet, so it means I won't need to carry a lot of water to put around these so that I can dig them out. So I'm going to take my chances. These are tough and they propagate easily, so I think they will be fine as we are heading into summer. So I want to move those, and then another thing that I want to move today is pink Barleria. Okay, these are the pink Barleria. The Barleria seed themselves very easily. You get the very light pink. It's like sort of white almost with a hint of pink. So there is a number here that I planted not so long ago. There's lots of little babies here and there, but I want to get this very untidy section sorted out, so at least when the Barleria are gone, then I'll be able to bring the amaranth, which is that there's lots of amaranth elsewhere that have seeded themselves that I'm wanting to put here. So on today's agenda is all these Barlerias. There's a lot of them. You can see here actually how the ones in the front there have suffered with all the rain. They don't seem to like lots of water, so the ones on the higher ground are actually much happier. So I'm going to have to be careful in positioning them in the Labyrinth because there's lots of low-lying spots there. So let me show you in the Labyrinth exactly where we're going to be putting them. So this is the pathway that leads directly to the center of the Labyrinth. I want to have these two beds lining either side of the pathway with the Plectranthus. They do get a bit tall, but I also feel that having something taller will help to block off the entrance there, especially that's sort of why I also created this curve, because if we got something tall there and you got something tall there, they kind of have that section where they almost overlap, so who's ever sitting inside there doesn't see so easily out from the center. Then it makes the center feel more secluded. So that's where I'm thinking to put all the Plectranthus. I will have to take lots of cuttings and stick cuttings in. This whole section is quite full of grass and some weeds that we need to tackle to get rid of. You can see there's lots of hollow spots here where the Agapanthus was as well, so we will need to bring a bit of soil, but there's only 7, so they're never going to fill this whole area. So I just want to basically get them here so that they can settle themselves in, and then I will just mound the soil up so that they are raised a little bit higher, so they're not going to be sitting in water. So the Barlerias, I'm wanting to put the Barlerias on the outer row. So I'm going to just go along the high spots maybe every 15 to 18 meters and then put a cluster of Barleria. So there's a high spot over here just past the stump, which should be about all right. And then I'm a little bit concerned about on the other side, but I think we'll be fine. So once that is all done, then I will show you that. Okay, so we're all done planting the Plectranthus. This is a few days later after I've planted it, so some of them are looking perky and others not so perky, like that one doesn't look so great, but these other ones look quite good. But they seed themselves fairly rampantly, so I'm not too concerned if we lose some of them over the summer months. I'm hoping we don't, but if we do, especially some of the smaller ones, then yeah, they will seed themselves once they are a bit more established. So we had quite a number of them, so I've planted them in groups of 9. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In groups of 9. So I've started here. When we've weeded that section or gotten rid of those weeds, then I do need to put some more over there, but we'll wait until these have settled in and they've seeded themselves. Then we'll have plenty of babies. So they're in groups of 9, and there's about a 6 meter, 5-6 meters between each group of 9. So yeah, we had a lot, so I could get the distance between them a lot smaller than when I first filmed the video about what we needed to do. You've seen everything in all the untidiness. Here's the next group. These ones are looking quite perky. At least they get a little bit of a reprieve with the shadow from the pine forest in the afternoon. So here's another bad section that I'm going to need to weed and clean. Here's the next bundle. These ones don't look all that wonderful. You can see there's tiny little ones like that are not so happy. Yeah, those ones are not looking so good. And we've got another 5-6 meters, and then there is another lot. These lot look relatively perky. They will need a bit of water again. There's still gaps here and there, like here's a hole, lots of holes here that we need to fill in. This is where the the purple Agapanthus were that we've moved to the blue and purple garden. So I do need to tackle this area, get the weeds out, and then fill these holes. This is also a very low-lying area, so once we've mounded the soil up a little bit more, I might get pots, maybe bottomless pots, and put another grouping of Barleria, yeah, just so that they stand a good chance if the water is flowing strongly, yeah, as this area definitely becomes quite boggy. These ones, yeah, I've planted directly in the ground, but I am a bit concerned about them if it does rain a hell of a lot, as I don't know if they will make it. That one's not looking so good, but that was quite a big established plant. The other ones that are looking not too bad, those were much smaller plants. So that's quite a number that we got in there. And then, yeah, is the Plectranthus, the pink Plectranthus. So you can see last time when I started the video, you could see right into the center. Now you can't see, so I think these Plectranthus are gonna do the job just fine. So we'll need to take cuttings and then put a whole lot more in to line these pathways, but yeah, due to the way the pathway curves, these are going to work quite well. This ground, yeah, was very, very low, so Maniki did bring a lot of soil in to mound this up a little bit, so at least this is not too waterlogged when it rains. This area was not as much of a problem as like the point of the labyrinth there, so we mounded it up just a little bit, just sort of more or less level, so that it's not sitting in a ditch, if one can put it that way. So the soil is bare. We desperately need some form of mulch, so we're going to have to find leaves or something just to get the ground covered. Yeah, I do need to come and give these some water as well, but yeah, I think this is going to look very cool, and I do need to cut these back, but I also do want to take cuttings, so I won't cut them back yet until I've taken some cuttings. So all in all, I'm quite chuffed. Quite chuffed that we now have the center closed. That's the view from the other side. Okay, yeah, I'm standing in the center now, and that's quite cool because you don't see out, especially if somebody is in the center saying a prayer or meditating or that kind of thing. So it's looking cool. But thanks guys for watching. Go well and God bless.